all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
Walk out on that field today. Ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We made it! We made it! We made it! We made it! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? It's hot now. It's hot now. Let's go. It's hot. We made it. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from that. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had no work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We made it. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
Nope, game's just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is Throwback Thursday and Women's History Month, and you know I'm all about it. So, also got a programming note, gonna be a quick show today, only doing 1 hour, and then I gotta go. Got to take care of some business outside of the station, but, got a lot I'm going to get into real quick. I tell you what, man, Texas, y'all are hilarious. Y'all are hilarious. I know the governor, day before yesterday, not day before, day before yesterday, announced that he was lifting the face mask mandate. All businesses were 100% open, no matter what your business. So y'all can pile all up in there if you want to, all of that. And I walk in the building today, where the station is, and already they've pulled down the mask requirement signs that they had to enter the building. So you can run in this bad boy right now with no mask on if you want to. I'm wearing my mask. And let me do you a favor. Don't say anything to me about me having my mask on. Nothing. I'm going to chin check you. And I don't mean punch you. I'm finna check your credentials. If you're not an official current member of the CDC, an active member of the National Health Organization, a member of the World Health Organization, something with an MD, I'm talking about medical doctor, research analyst, you don't have one of those kind of titles, you're getting chin checked. I'm going to get you to back up off me. Stay 6 feet, baby. 6 feet. It's amazing to me how people have all of a sudden become infectious disease experts and stop talking about other people's faith. Doggone it, worry about your own faith and leave other people alone when it comes to their health. How they wear their mask, according to your opinion, does not reflect on their faith. Had somebody send me a message. What do you think God thinks of you guys in that church wearing your mask? Bruh, find another church. We ain't it for you. I can't say what I want to say. I'm trying to stay safe and I want to make it to heaven. But some of y'all are hilarious. If y'all went as hard on your own faith and your own family and your own friends as you do for people you don't know, good God, we'd all be a better place to live. This would all be a better place to live. All right, without further ado, let me get him in because we hitting it hard and fast today. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Hey, I'm in my Southern Baptist mentality today, Kris Gardner. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, brother. You got a nice voice there, man.
Hey, man, you know what? Even a blind squirrel will find a nut every now and then. And every now and then I'll hit the right key, and there I go.
Okay, well, that's you talking. All right, that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, well, brother, trust me, I want to
Don't take the compliment then. I'll take it back then. Your voice
No, don't
stinks.
take it back. Yeah. I don't get those kind of compliments. My bad. Let me start over. Thank you, Kris.
All right, that's better, brother. Okay. How you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, the founder, the creator, the developer, the producer, the talent for the Houston Roundball Review. It is none other than my brother, Kris Gardner. Kris, first of all, what up, though?
Oh, man, I am so glad for this All-Star break. Brother, I've been burnt out, man. Burn the candle at both ends, in the middle, and the third, and the quarters, and the whole thing. So I need this break right now because I got I'm on the committee for the Gavi Lewis Award. I'm helping out with the Coach Anthony Fields Award this year, brand new for that. So that's the girls award for top senior high school player in the area for the Coach Anthony Fields Award. And then Gavi Lewis Award this will be the 10th year for that. That's the top boys high school player in the greater Houston area, any class. So we got those things coming up, committees, voting, all those things, tallying votes, putting out press releases. And then, of course, they're still doing Houston Roundball Review stuff as well. Oh, man. Whew. It's a lot going on right now.
Let me just say this, brother. They wouldn't have all that on you if you weren't the guy they believed in getting it done, man. And I am, man. I'm proud of you. I am. I'm proud of you for all that you do and how you're recognized and how people, know Kris Gardner and say, hey, we got to have Kris Gardner a part of these awards and make sure that his input is included.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me.
Yeah. Well, you mean a lot to us, man. Let me ask you a question. Does it feel like, and I'm not saying this in a negative way, does it feel like the Rockets have been a roller coaster of emotions this early season, this first half of the season? Like, of course, we had the James Harden, Russell Westbrook thing. Then that kind of settled in. We had Boogie, we had John, we had Jashawn Tate looking like he's going, steal the world. And then Christian Wood. And then even Mason Jones was coming off the bench like, who is that dude?
Right.
And now we're in it's like that second quarter last night was indicative of this whole ride. We're right there. No, we're not. We're back. Not enough. I mean, it was one thing after the. Has that been your experience or am I reading it all wrong?
That's a good take on it. I'm just a different take of, I just want them to get healthy. The ups and downs and looking at Coach Silas. And, if you see the post-game, any of the videos, post-game, pre-game, shoot-around at the Rockets, but he does pre-game and post-game on game days and then the sessions on days of practice. It is wearing on him.
Yeah.
They don't post, I think the Rockets don't post the entirety of his sessions. So they do slice off some of the stuff, but because I do, I don't want some of that stuff out there. But you can see it is getting to him. He's maintaining a positive attitude for the players, and he's trying to be that rock for the team. But anybody knows as a competitor, this is his first year as the head coach. Losing stinks.
Yeah, it does.
Losing stinks, and the way they're losing, they're not even a whole team.
Mm-hmm.
C. Wood got hurt. Then P.J. Tucker got injured. John Wall still battling. Vic got injured again. Yeah. Now Eric Gordon and Daniel House. That's your core right there. So, the roller coaster, yes, but right now it's in a valley. There's nothing up and down right now for me. It's a valley. I'm just waiting for them, and this break has come great for them to try to get healthy. It's good to see John Wall and Vic play 40 minutes plus or each in these last two most recent games. So maybe they'll be able to play in the back-to-backs in the second half of the season because the Rockets got 10 of them. So if they're able to play in both games with back-to-backs and get healthy and stay healthy, the losing streak will be an afterthought. Then just got to grind and hope you can make one of those 10 spots for the playoffs.
Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. Got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about what Stephen Silas said last night about once we get healthy, and I believe him. I'm right there with him. So we'll do that in a second. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. If you want to end, 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. Don't wait now. Again, it's a short show today, only doing 1 hour, and then I got to go. And when you got to go, you got to go. Be right back.
Attention business owners, listen carefully to this important message. Are you tired of struggling with monthly bookkeeping or always being behind? Maybe you're fed up with paying your CPA ridiculously high hourly rates for subpar services. At Finance Pal, we know your pain. We're small business owners who understand your tax and accounting needs. At Finance Pal, we take over your books and design a program custom tailored to fit your needs. Whether it's bookkeeping, payroll, bill pay, inventory tracking, or taxes, we have you covered. We handle some or all of these services for one flat, affordable, low monthly fee. Stop worrying about your books and drowning in paperwork. Let us worry while you focus on growing your business. This setup is easy, and we give you the tools and technology to make your monthly finances streamlined and organized. Call now for a free business assessment.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527. Here's an important COVID-19 school system update for your local area. If you're concerned about your child's education, please pay close attention to this message. The current school systems were not set up for at-home learning. If you're worried that your child may not be getting the grades they need to get ahead, may be losing self-confidence, or you're worried about them getting into a good college because of their grades, help is available to you. Call Grade Potential Tutoring. They can help with in-home or online tutoring and help your child with any subject and every grade level, even for test prep. They're experts in the home tutoring and online tutoring field and confident they can help you and your child get better grades today.
Got a question.
Call now for your free consultation. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. That's 800-580-7680.
This is Jasmine Highsmith, and you're having a side of sports with your lunch here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
All right, y'all, we back at it. Quick show today, 1 hour only. Got my man with the plan already in the building, Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. Throwback Thursday. Rockets made it 13 in a row last night. 13 losses, unfortunately. James Harden, mixed reviews, some boos, some cheers, but it didn't stop his play. Triple-double in the house, and Brooklyn's still rolling. Got a text message from OC. AJ, love it when Kris Gardner's on. He be dropping that knowledge. Question,
Appreciate
Kris,
that.
is it bad to not want the Rockets to make the playoffs? I think there's more upside to them getting draft picks and not kicked out in the first round.
It's not bad to think that way. The issue is the Rockets will keep their pick if it's top four worst record, if they get a top four spot in their lottery results. They're on that cusp right now. But when Christian Wood gets back and the team gets healthy, they're not going to lose. I don't think they're going to lose enough to stay in the top four. So that means they'll lose that pick.
Oh, wow.
So as a fan perspective, from that fan perspective, you don't want that to happen. You want them to tank. You want them to, as the phrase is going around NBA circles, fan circles, fade for Cade, as in Cade Cunningham. You want them to just lose. But when they get healthy, I don't believe they'll lose enough to keep that pick.
And you bring the point. That's what Coach Silas said last night, that once they get healthy, they're going to be pretty good. I agree with him. I agree with him.
Yeah, keep in mind, they had won 6 in a row and 7 of 8 when they were healthy, much healthier than they are now, but they were pretty close to a whole team then. Then everything went south. Injuries to everybody, seemingly. And now they've lost 13 in a row. So if they can stay healthy, and I've said that, talking to the fam here on your show for a while, if they can stay healthy, they're going to win. Now, I am not going to say anything to the people out there. They're not a championship caliber team this year, healthy, 100% healthy at all. And they're not going to beat a first round, a top seed. If they get that 8th spot, first they got to advance. If they finish 10th, they'll be in a play-in. Then you got to win twice if you're 9th or 10th. And then you'll be facing the number 1 seed. Lakers, Clippers, Utah. They're not going to beat any of those teams in a 7-game series. So from a fan perspective, obviously you want them to miss the playoffs. But they got to finish bad enough to keep that pick. The better pick, that top 4 pick.
You made it clear. They got to be in the bottom 4 to get that top 4 pick.
Yeah. And that's not going to happen.
Right.
Unless they stay hurt, yeah.
And that's the other thing. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, joining us on Throwback Thursday. This is health related. This is not COVID related. These are legit injuries that are nagging and that take weeks at a time.
Well,
to get
some are nagging. Some are, but David Nwaba hurt his wrist, and Coach Silas says if he has to have surgery, we'll be out at least 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So David is, looking at a second opinion. So sprained ankle, sore, sprained wrist, and that's his right wrist, shooting hand wrist. Eric Gordon, PT with the quad. You had ankle, quad, knee. Some of these are soft tissue injuries, which leads you to believe they're part of not enough practice time, not enough rest in between games, not enough rest in between the season ending last year to now. So the Rockets just have the worst part of that equation compared to a lot of teams in the NBA.
Yeah. Kris, for you, realistically, where does this Rockets team end up healthy? Realistically healthy, where do you see them ending up?
I think they could finish 9th or 10th and have a chance, in that play, have a chance. From a player's perspective, from a player and coach's perspective, you just want a chance at the playoffs. You get there, anything can happen.
Okay.
From a fan perspective, no, you don't want that to happen this year because, like I said, they're not going to go far. I don't believe they're going to go very far if they get to the playoffs. So from that perspective, you want them to stink as much as possible. But I think they do have a chance, an outside chance. I mean, I think they're 14th now in the West, maybe barely ahead of Minnesota for the 15th spot, something like that. But they're only maybe, 4 or 5 games out of that 10th spot, and that's where the playing begins. So they still have a chance. They got to climb over some teams, but they still have a chance, assuming they get healthy. Now, this is early March. Trade deadline is March 25th. If they are healthy and still losing before March 25th, phone calls going all around the league, phone calls, texts, messaging, who you want, come get it. Make us a good offer. Make us a good offer, but they got to get healthy first.
To that point, we know PJ Tucker's name has been mentioned quite a bit. We know Victor Oladipo's name has been mentioned quite a bit. And then Eric Gordon is that guy that whenever there's something out there, Eric Gordon's name is going to get put in it, whether it's legit or not. But what other names could possibly be in that the Rockets would be open to? And I hope you don't say Jason Tate.
Oh, no, I don't see. No, I don't. I mean, obviously, anybody can be traded, but they're not going to give up on a young talent like that. No.
Gotcha.
I'd be shocked. Now, if someone made them a tremendous offer and wanted Jason Tate included, then you got to think about it. But I mean, tremendous offer like, we're going to give you superstar player you want and 5 first-round picks and tossing Jason Tate and PJ. And you got to think about that, of course. But
I got you. I got you. Yeah, but so we're looking pretty much at PJ,
Eric Gordon, Vic.
Eric Gordon.
What
about Daniel House or Ben McLemore?
House, yes. House got to get healthy, because House's contract, of all those folks, PJ is going to be a free agent, so is Vic. But PJ's contract right now is reasonable. house is inexpensive. It's a lot for us, folks in the real world. But they have some tradable, some deep. Well, house is the best contract out there to get something back from decent. But PJ, because of who he is and what he brings to a team, those teams who believe they have a championship mentality this season, Lakers, Nets, Bucks, want a guy like PJ Tucker. So unless the Rockets ask for too much, I think PJ will be somewhere else by the end of this month.
Yeah. Stay right there, Kris. One quick break. And then I want to throw a couple of names out for PJ Tucker and maybe another player. 281-453-1000 if you want in. 281-453-1000. It's the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
Hi, I'm Linda J. I recently purchased 4 new tires from OMG Tires and More, located at 3124 Tidwell between 59 and Jensen. TK got me in and out in less than 30 minutes. While there, I got my car washed. Do you need rims for your car? OMG has them too. OMG Tires and More is your one-stop shop for all your tire needs. So give them a call at 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located at 3124 Tidwell between 59 and Jensen on the north side.
Here's an important COVID-19 school system update for your local area. If you're concerned about your child's education, please pay close attention to this message. The current school systems were not set up for at-home learning. If you're worried that your child may not be getting the grades they need to get ahead, may be losing self-confidence, or you're worried about them getting into a good college because of their grades, help is available to you. Call Grade Potential Tutoring. They can help with in-home or online tutoring and help your child with any subject at every grade level, even for test prep. They're experts in the home tutoring and online tutoring field and confident they can help you and your child get better grades today. Call now for your free consultation. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. That's 800-580-7680.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. 2 radio stations in one.
I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion, with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM at KYOKradio.org.
Hey, you want some sports with your lunch? Well, tune in to the legendary KYOK at the lunch break. And I'm Raven Rogers.
I feel like we only got 5 minutes of funk left, but now it's about 23, 24 minutes after the top of the hour, and we're only doing 1 hour today. I'm looking at that all right. It's 27 after. So anyway, Kris Gardner, I got another question that came in, and I got a question for you as well. We get to this other question. KT, love the show. I like when they start off like that. That does something to me. Okay, AJ, is Kris Gardner the guy from? Did you used to do college sports somewhere? Did you call any
call games? No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. All right. So the answer to that first question is no. And then the second question is, do you see the Rockets getting someone like a James Harden to replace James Harden?
Well, someone possibly like James Harden is in the G League, Kevin Porter Jr. That's the comparisons. That's the high end of their hopes for the Rockets and the organization. KP Jr. He's left-handed. He patterns his game after James. So we're going to see him in the second half of the season.
Okay.
So
I was just going to ask that. When does he come up? When will the fans finally get a chance to see this young man play?
Soon. After the break, unless the Vipers, I'm not sure where they are in terms of playoff standings in the G League. But once the G League is done, he will be here. So that's very soon.
Anything, we need to be cautious about? How's the off-court stuff?
Well, they're in the bubble in the G League, so he can't go anywhere.
Okay.
So he should be doing much better. And being here in Houston, being around John Lucas and the support system within the organization, hopefully things work out for him here as well, because he's going to be playing a lot of point guard too. So probably come off the bench to spell John Wall at the 1 more and keep Vic at the 2. I think Vic is more comfortable like that. But Vic also wants the ball in his hands a lot too. So they're going to figure out how to make all that work. But Kevin Porter Jr. will be here.
Vic played like he wants the ball. He I'm the man. I see you, John, but I'm the man. I get that feeling about him. Am I reading it wrong?
No. I mean, that's how he's played his whole career. High school, college, pro, he's had the ball in his hands. He's used to the ball in his hands a lot. But with John Wall here, that's not going to be always the case unless, John's on the bench for those 10, 15 minutes of basketball. So that's one thing that the Rockets have to figure out is how to maximize Vic and John on the floor together.
Okay. Good lead in to my question. I was talking with my youngest son who played, depending upon who you talk to, was a 4 or 5-star recruit coming out of high school and decided not to play basketball. Thank you, Jesus. He's a big Miami Heat fan. And I'm saying if we could trade PJ Tucker and Victor Oladipo to Miami, who or what do you think we could get back? The Rockets could get back. I'm sorry.
Wow. That the Heat would be willing to give up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going with who I kicked around months ago. Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn will be part of the deal, but you give me the shooters. Give me Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Kendrick Nunn, the Utah Sin, whatever else, make the salaries work. But I'm not sure Miami would do that for those two. But this is hypothetical. But yeah, if I'm the Rockets, I want the young guns from the Heat.
So my son said it with a clear voice from his throat, from his chest in the phone. You don't know basketball, Dad. If you think that you can give up PJ Tucker and Victor Oladipo and I just said Tyler Hero. Just give us Tyler Hero. He said you can have none, but you're not getting Hero or Robinson. And I felt some kind of way. I had to get off the phone with him because the kid that knows basketball called me out and said, I don't know basketball.
Well, like I said, I don't believe the Heat would do that. But what the Rockets should ask for in return is those 3 guys. But yeah, I don't think Miami would give up that. No, not at all.
If they gave
you can have Kendrick Nunn, yeah, but that wouldn't help the Rockets that much. No.
Yeah, that's what and see, I said the same thing. Nunn's a nice player. Nice is, that's what she looked like. Oh, she's a nice girl. I mean, come on now. I want Tyler Hero or Duncan Robinson and somebody.
Like I said, it's good to have a wish list, but from a Heat perspective, you're not going to get both Hero and Duncan Robinson. That's not going to happen.
I got you.
Well, never say never, but
and you're my logical trade partner.
For who are you trading?
Again, PJ, Victor, somebody, House, somebody.
PJ's, a championship caliber team. Team who has championship aspirations.
I got you.
Okay,
I think Lakers, Utah, 76ers, Brooklyn,
Denver. They have aspirations, and they could use a guy like PJ. Tough guy, somebody to play defense and defend multiple positions and enjoys doing it. And then get that 3-point corner shot back to where it used to be on a consistent basis. But I think the Lakers probably need somebody taller.
I was going to say, the Lakers need to get either Drummond or Whiteside or somebody like that.
But yeah, Hassan Whiteside, bless his heart. Boy, he has so much potential. And
oh my gosh,
out of college, but he's a different dude.
Kris, with him, you know basketball. What is it with him? Is it mental? Is it personality? Is it coachability?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
All three.
All that.
Wow.
he's a guy. I mean, he's not alone in this. That he believes he's the man wherever he goes. That's good to think that way, but you can't play like that. This is a team sport, and there are alpha males on the team that you play on that you need to fit in instead of trying to think you are the man.
Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. We're kind of chopping it up. Got about 24, 25 more minutes before the show. Do the Rockets try and get another big?
Christian Wood, Dustin Patton. You want somebody else? You trying to be greedy now?
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
You think they do need a third big, in my opinion. I do. I like to have as many taller players with skilled players as possible.
All skill, right.
I'm not big on the 6'5" guys who can give me everything because in my mind, a 6'10" guy with skills can beat your 6'5" guy with skills
every day.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Let's move off the Rockets for a second. Somebody posted a real nice tweet last night that said, all joking aside, how many teams can beat Brooklyn best of 7? How many teams can beat Utah best of 7? Just looking at that right now. You might get them one night, you might get them here or there. And I'm not talking about COVID, not thinking about it fully healthy. Those two teams, to me, are very intriguing when it comes to a best of 7
today. Because if the Lakers are healthy, they're better than Utah.
Okay. Talk to me.
Okay. LeBron, AD, Schroeder, they're better than Utah.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Now, Brooklyn, get KD healthy because Nets are rolling right now and KD hadn't played yet, in a while. So, but that's a testament to the role players like Joe Harris, Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown is loving life, being traded from Detroit to Brooklyn, and he's feasting off of James Harden passes and Kyrie passes and being open all the time and getting things done. And that's what a role player is supposed to do.
Yep. You got to eat when they feed you.
Yes, sir. So the Nets, healthy because of their offense, but as a defensive guy, I'm not going to pick them just yet. I'll pick almost, the Bucks got to add to their team. I'm not sure what it's going to be. They need to add to their team. I think Philly's going to do something. Boston is kind of falling off. They do a lot. So I'd say Philly could match up with Brooklyn.
That was the only team that I really kind of thought about. And let me just kind of touch on the teams that you just named. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. We're kind of just chopping it up for this 1 hour. Milwaukee I'm sorry. Again, we're talking best of 7. Giannis can go off on certain nights. But 4 out of 7, somebody's going to keep Giannis out of the paint. Somebody's going to make Giannis' shots tougher. Somebody's going to make Giannis do stuff that he can't do. And they just don't have the guys around him that pick up that slack. We've seen it. Philly is an interesting one. And I don't know what the issue this time. Notice I said this time with Brad Stevens. It's always something for him to undercoach the talent that he has. There is no reason why Boston hasn't dominated the East after LeBron left. He has had the talent. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I doubt it.
I mean, Kemba Walker wasn't playing well for most of this season. Their bigs behind Tice aren't that great. They're Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Okay. What else they got?
But hold on now. Hold on. That's what they wanted. Jason Tatum.
That's not Brad Stevens then. That's
but I'm saying, Brad, when you can't coach your personalities and your talent, you might not be the right coach for the job. And this dude suffered from too much talent-itis when he had Kyrie, when he had Horford, when he had Hayward and all those other guys. Too much talent-itis. So what did they do? They let guys go. And now all of a sudden it's what? What's the problem now?
Okay. The problem now is depth, quality depth, big man talent. But yeah, the pieces aren't fitting. I mean, they miss Marcus. Marcus Smart is valuable to their team, and like I said, Kimba hasn't played up to Kimba standards for a while consistently. He's having his moments, but Brad, he might be getting to that point where he's lost the players.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
It happens. Players just tune you out. That happens. So if that happens, this might be his last year there.
And see, somebody said that yesterday that they think it might be his last year there. I don't see that just yet, but I really have been sounding the alarm. This ain't the guy. This is not. Too many things have to be perfect for him to get it right when you got guys out there that can take what they have and make it work, even with personalities. Coaching personalities is as much as coaching plays. And Brad Stevens, in my opinion, hadn't figured that out on this level.
But he maximized it. He was the wonderkind when he first started.
Oh, of course. Always
doing some of those things, maximizing, getting the most out of his talent. So what's changed?
And now?
Well, I'm throwing it back at you. What's changed? If he was maximizing the talent a few years ago, why is he not doing it now? Or what's changed for him to do it now?
I think one of the things was the mix. When you got a lot of young guys that don't want to be mentored, as was the case with Jalen and Jason earlier, now you just got a bunch of young guys out there. And they all feel like they can shoot their way out of it, or they can, drive their way out of it, or what have you. Go back to that playoff series against Cleveland when all Stevens had to do was call a timeout and say, "Listen, guys, let's just score the basket. Let's stop shooting the threes. This is our game to lose." Blah 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 blah. And he himself never did that.
How about this? What if, like with Lloyd Pierce, he lost with Trae Young. Trae Young and him just did not get along.
Right. I hated how that turned out, by the way.
And it seems like Lloyd, his mentality, holding young players accountable, rubbed some of the young players wrong.
Yeah.
That's not a coach. That's the coach's job.
I agree. I agree. But see, now here's my thing, Chris, real quick. I don't know if Brad is doing that. I know Lloyd tried to do that. I don't know if Brad is doing that. I know Lloyd tried to do that. I feel like Brad's that guy that, hey, let's let the guys kind of manage this themselves. Let me take one quick commercial. I'll be right back. We'll be right back with Chris right after this on the lunch break.
More in-office do-it-yourself COVID-19 testing is available to you, and the results are 99% accurate. Save your time and be safe by avoiding the lines and crowds. You can test yourself and your family members at home. Test your employees at work, making sure your workplace is safe. Simply call Citation Bioscience at the number we're about to give you to order your COVID-19 testing kits. When they arrive, follow the simple instructions and send them back to us with our prepaid shipping. Results are ready the next day in 95% of the cases. And remember, they are 99% accurate and reimbursable by your insurance company. Save your time, stay safe, and avoid the crowds. Order your COVID-19 kits now by calling this number now. Pricing starts at $119 and discounts are available for larger orders. Call now. 800-247-8046. 800-247-8046. That's 800-247-8046.
Do you watch television? Of course you do. Then have you tried Dish TV from All American Dish yet? No? Well, now is a great time because we're giving everyone that calls today a 2-year locked-in price. Your rate will not change for 2 years. The clock is ticking. Call now, get Dish, and get your price locked in for 2 years and save yourself some money. Dish has your favorite TV programs, even Netflix and Amazon Prime built into the DVR. You can even watch Dish
Brad
anywhere
Stevens walked by and hit the heat button, turned it up on high.
Awesome discounts for the military and seniors. Oh, and one more thing. Call All American Dish now and we'll even give you a free Google TV voice remote, free installation, and free equipment. Don't wait. Call All American Dish now.
800-296-1302. 800-296-1302. 800-296-1302. That's 800-296-1302.
Hey guys, this is your girl Brandy Nelson, and you are listening to The Lunch Break on KYOK.
All right, y'all. We back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It's Throwback Thursday. I'm AJ Jones. Got Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball review. We going back and forth over Brad Stevens. I'm going to leave him alone. I think he walked by and turned the thermostat up on me in the control room. It's hot. I'm your friend, Brad. I believe in you, Brad. You can turn it around. All right, first half is coming to a close. Give me your final four from the first half, each conference. 2 from the West, 2 from the East.
Today, as of today, Utah. Oh boy, that other one. Utah, the Clippers, and then you said today. I'm picking the Lakers today.
That's still it.
And then the East, Brooklyn, and Philly.
Okay, I'm 100% with you on it. It's for me. It's hard not to put the Lakers in there, but you're right.
I'm doing that because of today. Yeah, today.
And that's why I asked that. As of today,
come May, I expect them healthy. That it would be the Lakers, but this is not May. So
right. Give me your first half MVP.
Ooh, Joel Embiid. Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah, Joel Embiid.
That ain't a bad pick. I promise you, I'm not saying his name because of why folks might think, but I would have given it to Harden.
He's been there, I mean, I can see it. I don't have a problem with it. But what my biggest problem is, and it's not James's fault, it's the people around the country who seem to have had an epiphany, like James just discovered how to play basketball.
Right.
When he got to New York.
We got mutual colleagues that have posted, y'all act like James wasn't doing this in Houston. And it's true. But bigger market now.
He did lead the league he led the league in assists, right? When he was with the Rockets, didn't he? Yeah. So all of a sudden, he can pass the ball. How do you lead the league in assists if you don't pass the ball?
Yeah.
But yes, bigger market, clearly. But some folks, those comments, you really prove the mentality that folks in H-Town have had, and it seems justifiable, about East Coast bias or, West Coast bias, not being in a bigger market. And I kind of shake my head or nod my head when I read about Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell being small market, griping about the officiating, and small market teams don't get that same respect. Yeah, where you been?
Yeah.
Rockets had that problem. Spurs won 5 championships, though. They're not a big market.
Right. Exactly.
Detroit won 3. They're not a big market. So if you know that going in, then why are you crying about it when it happens to you?
Yeah.
Just deal with it. Make them eat their words. Beat them anyway.
Exactly. Grab that us against the world and the refs mentality and ball.
It's more fun that way. It's more enjoyable that way.
Yeah.
When it's us against the world.
Yeah.
Hey, it works for a lot of teams. Be one of those teams.
What's crazy is that worked for Golden State, and it's almost like they didn't have to do that. Y'all was so good.
True. Yep.
Y'all didn't have to do that, but I get it now after the fact that that's really what they did. They insulated themselves from everyone else and just beat everybody else.
Yeah, because it comes to a point when you have in your mind, nobody else wants us to win. It's us against everybody, against everybody.
Yeah.
It is more fun that way. It's more fun to go on the road and hush the crowd.
Yep.
I mean, that's part of it. That's one thing I've learned in 27, 28 years, almost 30. Wow. Of covering basketball, that the great teams love going on the road and kicking butt.
Right.
Because the fans, those home fans are them, but you go on the road, they can't say anything when you walk out of that gym, their gym, with that dub.
Uh-huh.
That's the most fun right there. That's the best part.
Yeah. You know, what's interesting, when you said that, I was reminded of the Final Four, you know, the Chris Webber Final Four, you know, with the Phantom Timeout. And the first round, when that first round game was over and teams lost, the fans coming out handing their tickets. I'm not staying. I can't believe. And they're literally handing their tickets to other people because their team lost and they no longer wanted to stay for the championship. That blew my mind. Hey, listen, I set my butt in a couple of seats and didn't mind it at all. And didn't mind it at all. So,
and that happens on the women's side too.
Yeah. Yep.
Fans, all right, so fans pay that good money, but that team loses, I'm out. Okay.
Get on the road. Got to get home.
Yep.
Give me your first half coach of the year. This should be interesting.
Quinn Snyder.
Yeah. All right. I'm right there with you. I don't know where I thought you were going to go, but I was definitely right there on Quinn. I've always liked Quinn Snyder. I don't know why. I've always liked when people like Scott Skiles. I was like, what are you talking about? Quinn Snyder is the coach. That dude can coach.
He's a Duke guy, AJ. I thought you'd like guys from Duke.
I like Quinn.
Okay.
I ain't like Dookie, but I like him.
I'm a Duke fan. There you go right there. You can tell about my favorite teams. I like being the outside. I like to boo me. Boo me while we get that ring. I don't care. You don't like me, so what? Got a ring. Team got a ring. Next. I like that. That's who I am. Bad boys, Duke. You can see where I roll.
Got another question that came in for you, and then we got to get ready to go. Can you ask Kris about Shaka Smart and the job he's doing at UT? I love Shaka, but I'm not sure he's recruiting the right players.
Wow, that's a different take on it, because some folks say Shaka's bringing talent and not coaching it up. So that's a little interesting. He's bringing in talent. You know, Jared Allen. Rockets know about Jared Allen firsthand. Big man destroyed them twice. So they, like I said, it comes down to guard play. You know, they got talent.
Yeah.
You got to have consistent guards. And my man, Andrew Jones, overcome leukemia. Matt Coleman, they will go as far as those two guys take them.
As they take
consistently, turnovers, shooting outside from, three-pointers, consistency. They got talent.
Mm-hmm.
They got more talent than Shaka had when he was at his previous spot when he got to the Final Four.
Obviously, yep.
So he saved this job this year. I think we can agree on that. But it's time. He does have to do something in the tournament, though. I think. Well, I'm not going to get into other Longhorn alums, but no.
Oh, my God.
But,
please don't get me started on them jokers, man.
But real quick, if I can.
Yeah,
if
go ahead.
football players at UT are upset, high school players too, don't go there. They don't want you there, don't go there. Leave. Seriously. Stand up, show them, okay, you say you don't want us here, we'll leave. Transfer. Fine. You don't want to give her money, don't go there. Stop going there. Then let them see how far they get with less talent.
I want it for them. I want for whoever that. And I'm mad that they wouldn't name the booster, because if it had been a young man that said something crazy or did something crazy that looks like, his name would be all over it. But they, delete the name of the booster so that folks don't come for them. That's crazy. That's a grown person. Let them own what they said. But I'm 100% with you. Let them figure out how to win with less talent, standing there after the game, singing that song after you lost again.
Yeah. So I hope more and more African Americans, football players, high school players, stand up for themselves, realize what's going on around them, realize who has your back.
Yeah.
And if you see it before you get there, stop considering that school.
Yep.
Don't go there.
Yep.
Enough of us stop going to those schools, stop dealing with this nonsense. I bet they'll change then. If they don't, so what?
So what? Other schools passing out degrees, other schools winning championships, other school playing good football, all of that. Got a call coming in. Let me take this one. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
What's up? It's Uncle Bud.
You know what, Chris Gardner, you got one of our Hall of Fame callers right here on the show, and I know what he's going to tell me about. He's going to tell me about some state high school girls basketball from Fairfield, Texas. Go ahead, Uncle Buck.
Well, we'll be in your city tomorrow, Saturday. We're going to be playing somebody out of Bishop, wherever that is. I've never heard of them, but we'll be playing at Del Mar Stadium. Get your press pass. Come on out, call the game, watch a good ball game. Fairfield Lady Eagles, state semifinal.
All right, Uncle Buck, do me a favor. Don't lose to a team that you don't know their name, because that one will come back to bite you. So if y'all lose, I gotta call you out, Uncle Buck. I gotta call you out.
Well,
and who was your school, Uncle Buck?
Uncle Buck, Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review just asked you, who's your school?
Fairfield High School.
Fairfield High School Lady Eagles. I'm trying to get a shirt, Kris. I'm trying to be the honorary voice of the Fairfield High School Lady Eagles.
Yes, sir. We were last year's 4A champ. Somebody from Houston called Yates, talking about what they was gonna do to those country girls.
Oh, Uncle Buck, I know you're not calling Jack Yates out like that.
Jack Yates.
Uncle,
we told them they had T-shirts made up. Talking about state bound. We told them to give us those T-shirts. They wasn't going nowhere but back to Houston.
Uncle Buck, get off my telephone. In the words of Skipper Lee Frazier, get off my telephone.
All right. And this words of Uncle Buck. It's Uncle Buck. I'm out of here.
That's it. Hall of Fame caller right there, man. Legendary. Him and Aunt Bev, brother. They are hilarious. Big Cowboy fans and big Fairfield Lady Eagle fans. And last year they did. They won the 4-H state championship. And this year they dropped down to 3A. So we'll see how they do this weekend in town. But he is legit, bro. He loves his teams.
Well, I can respect him loving one of those two teams you mentioned. That previous one, that team from Dallas. Sorry.
Bro, it's tough on pro football teams in the state of Texas right now. It is tough. Jalen Ramsey, who has the same agent as Deshaun Watson, said Deshaun is done in Houston. How in the world could the city of Houston possibly lose J.J. Watt, James Harden, and Deshaun Watson in the same year?
But as J.J. Watt, he's no longer elite. Correct? But tell me if I'm wrong.
I agree. I'm with you.
Okay.
But, it's JJ.
Well, he's good. Well, Texans West now. He can go the Arizona Cardinals.
It's like when Hakeem went and played in Toronto. Like, wait, what? What?
Folks forgot about that. But yeah, go ahead. Yep.
It saying it hurts my feelings. That was just crazy. Like, you just don't let that happen.
Is a date set for the Texans Cardinals game? Has it been announced yet?
You know what? It has not been, to my knowledge. But as soon as it does, we got to plaster it all over the place.
Because I hope Deshaun is out of here by then. Because boy, JJ may take out some frustration on Deshaun.
No. On that note, tell everybody where they can find you and follow you, bro.
I'm Kris Gardner of the Houston Roundball Review. www.houstonroundballreview.com. Also www.therr.com, therr.com. I'm on YouTube, Houston Roundball Review, Instagram, Houston Roundball Review, Twitter, the HR Review. And once again, real quick, I'm on committees for the Guy V. Lewis Award, top boys player, high school player in the area, and now the brand new Coach Anthony Fields Award for the top girls high school player, top senior girls high school player in the area. The fellows will be announced. Winner will be on March 29th. The women will be announced on March 30th. So look for that. It'll be a virtual right this year. And then hopefully next year, soon as next year, we'll have a joint reception to announce both winners and people can attend that. That's the plan. Plan.
And Kris, know this, if you want to bring them on when you come on again after you make the announcement, feel free.
Sounds good.
Coaches or whatever. man, use this platform to get the word out about these young people as well as those organizations.
Fantastic. Thanks for that, man. I appreciate that, especially on the girls' side, because one of the main reasons I wanted to get this started was because I think it's time. They need the recognition as well. They deserve it. So we're going to try to keep that going and get that going forward. This won't be the only year for that award.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I say, whatever we got, you have, brother. And also, I thought about you when U of H's women's coach was saying, now I know how Coach Sampson feels. Now I know how Coach Sampson feel after their last big win, where his girls really, they bounced back and came and pulled out a nice win. I felt his heart. And I said, man, Kris has been saying this is a solid dude. And I felt him in that press conference.
And they suffered a setback on Tuesday in the regular season with a loss. They really missed their most important piece. I think Diamond Gladney, point guard, was hurt in the big win over South Florida, who was ranked 13th at that time. Right. So that loss to Cincinnati hurt U of H. But they got a chance in the conference tournament. Comes up on March 8th in Fort Worth. So I think fan attendance is limited. But if you do want to go, you can go check out that website at U of H. But Huey, I have been tough on him. And I did not expect them to do as well as they have done this year. So kudos to him and the job that his staff and the players have done this year. They've come a long way in a short time. I think next season looks mighty bright.
Well, man, I tell you what, again, you've been sounding the alarm. Kris, we got to go. Have a blessed and safe rest of your day. And we look forward to having you back next Thursday, man.
As always, man, thank you very much for having me on. Peace and love to the family. I'll take care.
All right, you too. All right, y'all, I got to get ready to go. Y'all, please have a blessed rest of your day. Sorry to have to shorten the show, but I got to go take care of some business. But y'all be safe out there. Donnie McClurkin up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. He'll give you the best in gospel music, the latest in the gospel music industry. Donnie does his thing every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3. Of course, in the morning, it's Erica Campbell and Griff. And then your boy will be back with Freestyle Friday. We're going to put in a full 2 hours tomorrow. Lord say the same. All right, so I know what the governors say, but y'all do me a favor. Wear your mask, wash your hands, sanitize everything around you. Be sensitive to everybody around you and give people 6 feet. And when you see that racism, kill it. Not the person, but the racism. All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, y'all. Have a good day. Talk to you tomorrow.